Ginette, artist, computer struggler, and book reader. I'm processing a painting that I did, that I scanned, and I wanted to check it for any kind of, photographic apparitions. I don't know what those words are, but I want to make sure it looks good. So I'm using photo AI for that, and I wanted to change the size a little bit because the way I scanned it, it turned out to be not exactly 18 by 24. It was actually wider in dimensions than it should be. So I'm doing that, and I'm now saving the image. And for some reason, and I think it has to do with my computer storage space or RAM or whatever, it's taking forever. It's taking forever. This is what it looks like. Go ahead. I'm going to show you on the screen what it looks like. See that little thing going? Anyway, so that's what it's doing. And naturally, I'm sitting here. Now, this has already been going for at least 10 minutes. So I picked up One Nation Under Blackmail, Volume 2, to read a certain chapter in that. I haven't. These are two books that I'm reading, and it's One Nation Under Blackmail, Volume 1 and Volume 2. You have to read Volume 1 to really understand Volume 2, because it's basically in historical context, in a chronological order. And it's written by a woman who is, in my opinion, one of the best investigative reporters right now in the world. English-speaking investigative reporters right now in the world. Whitney Webb. And I love her videos. I love her website. I love how thorough she is in researching and explaining the various things. Everything that she says, she backs up with evidence that she digs up, and she can show where her analysis and historical analysis comes from, which is what I really appreciate. So I'm waiting for this. And it hasn't moved very much. I probably can read the whole book before this is finished. So I'm reading right now One Nation Under Blackmail, Volume 1. And I can highly recommend it. I already went through some of the chapters. I should just read it from the front to the back, but I'm kind of like, what is she saying about blah, blah, blah? like a little kid. Anyway, yeah, I should just do it the logical way. But I don't have, okay, I'm going to sit here for maybe 30 minutes waiting for the picture to finish. And then I got to get back to working on that, which is basically making different sizes so I can put it on my website, so I can put it, create these images where you can see it hanging on the wall in context, in true size, and to put it on Instagram and put it on X. So this is going to take me all day. But while I'm waiting for this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to read a little bit. So if you're looking for good books that have historical, that are from historical basis, like historical and political and social events, and you have questions about them, and you're not just somebody who basically turns on the television in the morning and listens to a certain TV station. It don't even matter. It's just any mainstream media, and you think that is actually historical and factual. If you fall out of that category of those people, which is what I am, I don't even have a television. I don't watch any kind of news, local or otherwise. But I have other sources that I look at. And if you're interested in the real dirt, you want to read that book. This, and then too. She has written it in a way where when you read something, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Oh, I never thought about that. What? That really happened? I got to check her results. Yep, she backs it all up. Yep, she backs it all up. And her name is Whitney Webb. You can find her on YouTube. She's being interviewed from everybody and their mama about these things, and most people that haven't heard of what she talks about there's a lot of people that go like, what? Oh my God, I gotta look into this some more. And it's not about sensationalism, it really isn't. It's just that the facts and reality and the things that we don't know about, that we aren't told about, it's just so mind-boggling. It's like, what? I've been living for 20 years and never heard that. I just looked at a little video clip. It has nothing to do with her, but I bet you she's got that in one of her books. I'm gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Where it's called Operation Northwoods, and that was an operation that was planned by the Pentagon here in the United States. That was before I came even here. That was during the Bay of Pigs, Cuban invasion, and when I actually never heard of that. And it had to do with something they plotted, because Bay of Pigs was such a disaster. So they plotted the invasion of Cuba and get the American public behind them. And when I say they, it's the Pentagon people, numerous generals, and names named, they're not alive anymore. But it all came out when more of the Kennedy files were published and unclassified. And assassination of Kennedy, that they actually planned to have airplanes kidnap airplanes and kill people in the United States and make it look like Cuba did it. So they could say, we got to go in and take Cuba over. And they had planned that and all signed off on it, all the names in there. And Kennedy was supposed to, as the head honcho, commander-in-chief, he was supposed to say, yeah, okay, guys, go ahead, do it. And he said, are you fucking crazy? That's not going to happen. You're not going to kill American people and say Cuba did it. What the hell is wrong with you people? I mean, I don't know if he said it like that, but if I was Kennedy, that's the way I would say it. I would throw them all out. But basically, that's what he did. He said it's not going to happen. And, we know what happened to him. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at this and see, like, is it finished? No. It's still got ways to go. It's going to take another 10 minutes. I'll be reading a little more. Okay, bye, guys. Talk to you some other time about something else.